Right, then strap yourselves in because this one's a belter. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more chaotic at Ibrox, the one and only McCoist steps up and lights the fuse. The Rangers legend, a proper icon of the club, has decided it's time to speak up, and let me tell you, he's not holding anything back. It's raw, it's passionate, and it's exactly the kind of honesty the fans have been crying out for. Because right now the club's in a proper state, and McCoist has put his foot down. We're at that critical point in the season where every result feels like life or death. Tensions are sky high, the support is on edge, and every time the team stumbles, the faith in the process takes another hit. And just when the dressing room is still trying to shake off the shock of Philippe Clement's sacking, here comes McCoist calling it exactly as he sees it. No sugarcoating, no spin, just straight talk from a man who bleeds Rangers blue. First off, he's made it crystal clear he's had enough of the same old patterns. He's looking at the current squad and saying what a lot of us have been thinking, but maybe didn't dare to say out loud. It's basically the same group that got the last manager sacked, he says, and you can feel the frustration in his voice. The implication is loud and clear. How in the world can we expect a turnaround, a proper revolution, if nothing's really changed on the park, if the personnel remains the same, if the hunger's not there, if we're just going through the motions again? And let's not pretend the fans haven't noticed. The atmosphere around Ibrox these days is tense. Every misplaced pass, every defensive slip-up, every toothless attack, it all feeds into this growing sense that something deeper is broken. The problems aren't just tactical, they're systemic. And McCoist more than most knows when a club's lost its way. He's seen it before, and he knows how hard it is to claw your way back when the foundations are cracked. But here's where it gets properly spicy. McCoist doesn't just moan about what's wrong, he actually puts names on a table. 3 of them to be exact. 3 candidates he believes have what it takes to lead Rangers into a new era. And we're not talking about unknowns or left field picks here. We're talking serious names with serious pedigree. Steven Gerrard, Slaven Bilic, and Frank Lampard. That's right. 3 former internationals, all with experience in the big leagues, all with something to prove. Now straight off the bat, McCoist admits Lampard might be a tough one to land. I'd love to see him here, he says, but he's doing well at Coventry, and I'm not sure we could get him now. Still, he puts him on the list, which tells you just how highly he rates the former Chelsea man. As for Gerrard, there's a sense of unfinished business. He brought the league title back, he knows what this club means, and McCoist clearly wouldn't mind seeing him back in the hot seat. Then there's Bilic, maybe the least obvious name of the 3, but someone with a track record in Europe and a commanding presence in the dugout. It's a bold shortlist, and McCoist knows the weight of what he's suggesting. This isn't just about hiring a new gaffer, it's about making the right call at a time when the club can't afford another mistake. It has to be the right choice, he warns. And when someone like him speaks with that kind of gravity, you listen. He's not just talking tactics or systems, he's talking identity. He's talking about the soul of the club. And the message is clear: one more wrong move, and Rangers could be staring down another wasted season, maybe worse. But he doesn't stop there, because for all the focus on who's going to lead the team from the touchline, McCoist's got serious concerns about what's happening on the pitch as well. And once again, he doesn't mince his words. After yet another blunder from Jack Butland, this time in the match against Hibs, supporters were fuming. The stands were absolutely seething. But interestingly, McCoist didn't pile on the keeper. He reckons the goalkeeping position, while important, isn't even the biggest issue right now. His assessment: the squad lacks power, it lacks presence, and it lacks the kind of bite you need to dominate games, not just survive them. He's identified 3 critical areas that need fixing, and fast. First, a centre-back who can actually lead. The line and boss the back 4. Second, a midfielder with presence, someone who doesn't just go missing when things get tough. And third, a striker who can stick the ball in the net plain and simple. Because if you can't score, you can't win. And right now, Rangers are toothless when it counts. McCoist's tone isn't just concerned, it's urgent. He knows time is running out, and with the Europa League clash against Athletic Bilbao looming large, there's no margin for error. The next few weeks will define the trajectory of the club, maybe even for the next few years. There's no more room for hesitation, no more half measures. It's time for action, bold, clear-eyed, and above all responsible, because across the city, Celtic aren't slowing down. They're grinding out wins, keeping their heads down, and doing what champions do, getting results. And that contrast is starting to hurt. You can feel it among the supporters. You can feel it in the atmosphere around the club, and you can be damn sure the players feel it too. So when McCoist speaks, he's not just venting, he's sending a message, a rallying cry, a final warning. Rangers can't afford to get this next decision wrong. Not in the dugout, not in recruitment, not in the mentality of the squad. The margin for error is gone, and the club is teetering on the edge of something big, either a rebirth or a collapse. Right now, let's dive even deeper into the storm swirling around Ibrox. Because if you thought McCoist's first round of comments was explosive, what follows is even more revealing about the emotional state of this club. There's a growing sense that what Rangers are facing isn't just a poor run of form or a bad season. It's something more existential. It's a full-on identity crisis. And the pressure, make no mistake, is absolutely suffocating. You look around the park and what hits you first is the lack of leadership. There's no one barking orders, no one dragging the team forward by sheer will. Rangers used to have that kind of player, someone who would dig and fight for every inch. Rally the team when heads dropped. But now, too often when things go wrong, they just spiral. And that's the bit that's eating at the fans. They're not just seeing mistakes, they're seeing a team that looks unsure, disconnected, fragile. And in this part of the world, fragility is not something that survives long. McCoist's frustration isn't just with individuals, it's with culture. He's watching this side and seeing a group of players who in his eyes don't fully grasp what it means to wear the Rangers badge. And that's not something you can teach in a week at training. That's something you feel. That's something that has to be lived. When you pull on that shirt, you're stepping into a legacy, a club built on grit, history, and expectation. And right now, there's a gap between that identity and the current reality on the pitch. That's why for McCoist, bringing in the right manager isn't enough. It's only the first step. The next has to be a total rebuild of the squad. Not just in terms of talent, but in terms of mentality. He's calling for players who don't just show up when things are good, but who rise when it's ugly. Who show character when it's pouring rain on a freezing night in December and nothing's going right. Players who will demand more from each other and not tolerate mediocrity, because Rangers can't afford another cycle of false dawns. And let's talk recruitment, because that's been a sore spot for seasons now. Too many signings that haven't worked out. Too many players brought in without a clear plan for where they fit. McCoist's view is simple: stop gambling on projects. Stop hoping that someone might come good. Start signing players who are ready now, who can walk into the starting 11 and instantly raise the level. That means spending smart. That means being ruthless. And that means putting an end to sentiment. If a player's not cutting it, no matter his name, he's got to go. Meanwhile, the supporters are feeling the weight of this more than anyone. They've backed this club through some of the darkest days imaginable. Relegation, rebuild, heartbreak. And now when it finally seemed like the tide was turning, they're faced with uncertainty all over again. The frustration isn't just with results. It's with promises unfulfilled, with glimpses of progress that never seem to stick. And every time they take 2 steps forward, it's followed by a crushing stumble backwards. That roller coaster is draining and the trust is wearing thin. All of this sets the stage for a defining summer. A summer where, as McCoist puts it, every decision has to be bang on. The new manager, the new signings, the players who are shown the door. None of it can be left to chance. The room for error is gone. Rangers aren't just trying to win a league here. They're trying to restore a standard, to reassert their place, not just in Scottish football, but in Europe. To rebuild the kind of team that doesn't just show up in big games, but dictates them. And don't think for a second that McCoist is being negative for the sake of it. This is someone who loves the club, who's lived its highest highs and its lowest lows. If he's shouting now, it's because he knows what's at stake. He's seen what greatness looks like, and he's not going to sit quietly while it slips further away. His message isn't doom and gloom. It's a wake-up call, a challenge, a cry for urgency in a place where standards used to be non-negotiable. Because let's be honest, across the city, the message is loud and clear. Celtic aren't waiting around. They're not hesitating. They're winning, they're evolving, and they're leaving no room for mistakes. That puts even more pressure on Rangers to get this next move, right? To stop reacting and start building. And that's why what happens next isn't just about one season. It's about setting the tone for the next 5. maybe the next 10. So here we are. The storm is raging, the questions are piling up, and the answers, real meaningful answers, can't be delayed any longer, because Ibrox isn't just a stadium, it's a symbol, and right now that symbol needs restoring. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team, it's crucial for Rangers FC fans. In a shocking statement that sent ripples through Scottish football, James BISGROVE, the former CEO of Rangers Football Club, admitted that the current board faces multiple challenges that need to be addressed. His departure to take on a new role in Saudi Arabia after 5 years with the club has left lingering questions about the stability and future direction of the team. During his tenure at Rangers, BISGROVE played a pivotal role in the club's commercial transformation, significantly boosting revenue and modernizing the club's marketing operations. However, despite these strides, he acknowledged that there are still key areas requiring attention and improvement. While the specifics of these challenges remain unclear, his comments raise concerns about the effectiveness of the current management and their ability to implement necessary structural changes. BISGROVE's exit comes at a delicate moment for Rangers, with the club striving to solidify its position, both domestically and internationally. The lack of strong leadership in the commercial sector could negatively impact the club's growth strategies and competitiveness in the global market. Moreover, the absence of clarity around the internal challenges he mentioned has left fans and investors wondering about the club's direction moving forward. The interim board, led by Chairman John Bennett, now faces the daunting task of tackling these issues head-on and ensuring that Rangers maintains its trajectory of success. Transparency in communication and the implementation of effective strategies will be crucial in restoring confidence and stability within the club. The coming months will be pivotal in determining whether the leadership can overcome the internal hurdles and guide Rangers to a prosperous future. Meanwhile, the football community is watching closely, eager for further clarification on the challenges BISGROVE alluded to and the steps that will be taken to resolve them. The expectation is that the board will act with diligence and commitment to overcoming these internal difficulties and ensure that Rangers continues to be a dominant force in Scottish football and beyond. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comment section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.